And we should be live, Rick.
Okay. Let's see.
So let's take a little while, and we'll see if it actually comes up on your YouTube.
Okay. I'm back. Unfortunately for John.
Okay, so we're gonna have to edit the title a little bit.
Cross Comics After Dark, talking with Joe Archie about Blue Phoenix. Rick. So you go ahead and take care of that. What I'm going to do in the meantime is I'm going to go and head over to Hangouts so that I can share the screen so they're not just watching me draw.
Okay.
All right, let's see here. OBS. And, oh, you got 2 people watching right now, Rick.
Okay.
So I have to switch over to your live stream, right, John?
No, it should be coming up under Rick's channel still.
No. Yeah, it's still on my channel. So.
Why does it say that you're talking to Joe Archie?
Because it's the set everything. I'm using settings from way back then.
There we go.
So the last
look at that.
Last time I changed
that beautifully drawn hand.
I just changed it. So
what happened to that pointer finger? It looks like it got leprosy.
It's hidden in shadow.
But it's in front of the other finger.
Yes, in the shadow of my fat middle finger that's like pointing right at
the
you.
The light
John.
source is coming from above. Look at the thumb.
Yeah, my thumb is misshapen. I even drew the callus right there.
Ah, okay. There you go.
You know, that's a working man's hand, John. You wouldn't know nothing about that.
No, I don't work. What? That's for suckers. I keep my hand in a glove of Vaseline.
It's after dark already.
I thought this show was for us to critique Cross, not each other. What's up, John? You're making me feel bad now.
You should feel bad. Rick's not sharing his drawing.
No, it's not.
I only finished that sketch because you kept nagging me, John.
I'm good at that.
Yeah, I know.
Rick, are you going to share something?
How are the kids and Mrs. D?
How are they? I don't know. I haven't seen the kids. Let me see. How can I get this larger?
Changing the thumbnail, and I'm getting
Hey, John, are you ever going to upgrade your pen display?
My pen display? What do you mean?
Dude, you don't know what a pen display is? It's that thing you draw on called a monitor.
Yeah. Pen display.
That's what those are called.
I don't know. I seem to be on a regular basis, just pumping out masterpieces. I don't see any reason why I need to upgrade.
So that you can work in 2K or full 1080p.
Rick, are you going to share your screen or what's going on?
We need to get Rick a pen display.
Yeah, here, give me a sec.
I think that should be one of your perks, Rick, on your next book. Better camera and better pen display.
Well,
you could add that to your 93 cards.
So, Sketch, you were telling me that you had, or you were telling Rick, to be precise, that you had aspirations of doing your own book.
Yes, eventually.
What is it about?
Well, it's going to be... You know what? I don't trust you with it.
The what?
I don't trust you with it. The Buckley's going to go on an adventure that looks exactly like the book next volume.
Actually, I plan on stealing the I plan on stealing the plot from Corazon Salvaje for my next Buckler.
I actually know what novela that is. I've seen both because of my mom.
My wife,
The
for
old
some reason, my
animated-
wife doesn't like the new one with the big muscular guy. She likes the old one with that skinny
Yeah.
guy.
She doesn't like. My mom doesn't either. And that big muscular guy, his name is Eduardo Ñañez.
Yeah, I don't know that guy's name, but he got himself quite the jaw.
Yeah. He also got himself quite the lawsuit when he smacked the reporter here in San. Well, almost doxed myself.
I mean, you already
But
did. But
Too late, right? Anyway,
we're talking
Moving
about a
on.
novella, Mallet, called Savage Heart. No.
Mhm.
Yeah, Corazon Salvaje.
I didn't like the second one because I don't like that actress. I don't think she can act very well.
Oh, hot takes.
Araceli Arambula, I believe is her name.
But it's a fantastic story. Very long and involved, but it
You
was
know the
actually a book as
character's
well.
Hey, John, the character's name is Juan del Diablo.
Yeah, Juan del Diablo.
Which translates to John of the Devil.
That's right, and he's a pirate.
Yeah. I think you should play the next iteration of that character.
John the Devil.
With your
Are you
manly,
calling
deep voice.
John is the devil?
Now we're talking about a novella, Rick. You see, novellas are, and I've been preaching this for some time, which is why you know I'm not actually lying when I say I'm going to be aping some novellas for the Buckler stories, because I believe that sequential comics are garbage, and all comics need to have an ending. There can be side stories. You can bring out other stories, whatever like that. But I think that the main story should have a beginning, middle, and end, which is why I love novellas, especially in preference to regular American soaps.
Yeah, I have to somewhat agree with you there. That's one thing I always liked about Mexican soap operas, that unlike American soap operas, they end.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes,
you
Mallet
have to
says,
have
Rick,
a
quiet.
dramatic
You're ruining your
premise.
show. But I do want to have the Buckler go on in these adventures, and I've always loved the the pirate, the swashbuckling, and just the idea of like these lonely islands that you don't know what's
Think
on
about
them,
it.
dotted
The
across
thing
the
of-
seascape.
Some of the best writers have novella books. Stephen King, the movie Apt Pupil or Trucks, that
Mhm.
came from his short stories, from novellas.
Mhm.
Short stories to me are almost better than even long novels.
Yeah, especially if you were going to adapt it in some way to some sort of a comic book style or graphics novel. Short stories. I mean, books are great. Don't get me wrong. I love reading a nice long novel, but
I don't.
even if you were to make it into they had this series that bombed because there was this novel that called Pillars of the Earth, which I love. It's a great book, and it's
I'll
pretty
be
much
sure not to check that out.
Yeah. It pretty much just chronicles this guy who is a stone mason, and he is building a church, and they have all these characters: the prior, the town prior, the the bishop, the archbishop, and the mayor of the town, and all this jazz. And it's just a bunch of drama of we're getting this cathedral built. That history one, yeah, that's the one. And it's great. It talks a lot about architecture and art and stuff. But it's a good book. But they tried doing even spacing it out, not trying to turn it into a movie, but even making it longer, a miniseries. And still, they just weren't able to cover the things they should have been able to cover to actually do an
It's not
accurate
easy.
portrayal of a book. A novel.
Yeah,
A novel's very
It's
long.
not always easy. Yeah, it's not always easy. You have to have somebody that knows how to insert details to storytelling that's gonna keep people's attention, and that's an issue. You have the Lord of the Ring novels that were turned into 3 films. There was a lot missing from them, and even some people would say parts that needed to be in there, but still, I mean, it's really hard to
Mallet
be able
says
to put in all that stuff.
Mallet says there are others, right? Yeah, the Pillars of the Earth was the first one. I think the second one is called World Without End or something like that. I forget, but there's a couple of
That
books.
sounds familiar. World Without End. I think I saw it at a bookstore one time, but I've never read them.
Yeah, it's really good. And they tried. There was another novel series that I used to like called The Sword of Truth
Mhm.
by Terry Goodkind, and it was really good. Like, well, the first 4 books are really good because it's a long saga. I think it's like 25 books, but the first 4 were very good. And they made a TV show
Right.
about that. It was called the Sword of Truth, the TV show, and it was
Mm.
god awful. It was just the worst thing you ever seen in your life. It had that guy. Remember that guy from The Matrix, the Train Man?
Yeah.
They had him playing the wizard, and in the book, when you're reading this book about this wizard, the book is essentially about the hero and the wizard, King Arthur and Merlin, right? Not them, but that's just the duo, the hero and the wizard. And you fall in love with this character, and the way they describe him, you have him in your head, and he needs to be just so because he's a very likable character. And when they picked that Train Man to be this guy in the TV adaptation, it was like, it's very hard to even get past the first episode. It was such a bad casting choice.
Mm. That happens a lot. Like one right now, very bad, is the remake of the Equalizer with Queen Latifah as the lead.
I don't even.
Like, yeah,
I didn't even know there was a movie called The Equalizer.
Well, the Equalizer was originally a show back in like the 70s, I think, and then it got remade by Denzel Washington as 2 movies. But now they switched Denzel out with Queen Latifah, who probably has very little athletic ability and has to do like uber jump cuts just to do an action scene.
Oh, it's an action flick with Queen Latifah.
Dude, she's supposed to be a retired CIA agent that is now Robin Hooding through the hood, helping people out solve their issues. So you figure that one out. 80s, thank you, Mallet. See, Mallet knows what I'm talking about.
Mallet's hip. He knows what he's doing.
He's hip. I wouldn't go that far, but at least he knows. Okay, look, I could tell you there are 2 books I want to do. One of them is a wrestling book, or a book with wrestlers. It's going to be like 2 different books. One with American style wrestlers, one with Mexican style wrestlers, because I'm a fan of both. But the book I really want to do is called Gun Trucks. And I don't know if you've ever heard where they said, write what you know.
Uh-huh.
And it's because I served in a gun truck in Iraq. And there was all these funny stories going around, but mostly just because I think it would be a really cool action comic to make and a really fun comic. But also because I like growing up things like G.I. Joe, Transformers, stuff like that. In fact, I often tell people I kind of joined the army because I was inspired by G.I. Joe when I was a kid. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Say that one again. The real American hero, Cross.
No,
yeah,
I ended
that's
because
what I'm-
usually I've got my mock version of this one. G.I. Joe, a real American. 0.
Hero.
0.
But yeah, it's something to do with that. I haven't completely worked out all the details. There are some characters I'm putting in there, and but mostly I'm designing the trucks.
So basically, you're trying to rip off my my hot babes in the Australian wasteland.
I've never heard of
Twisted
that.
Metal versus Dino Riders idea.
Hey, I already told you I was working on something that was like Dino Riders, which I haven't even told you about that one yet. But that's you stealing from me. Quit stealing from me, man.
You see, Rick?
Rick is jelly.
You give these guys a little bit of leeway and they run all over you. That's why you got to keep these brown folks down.
Oh, that's the German in you talking again, huh?
What brown folks?
But
I see
no,
no
yeah,
brown folks.
that's something that I've been wanting to do, and it's based on my experience, but also based on how cool it was that like that was a job. Like I went in with a lame job into Iraq, but because I could drive almost every truck imaginable there, they put me on gun truck duty, which
I'm
became
still
our-
at a loss as to what exactly a gun truck is.
a gun truck is a normal truck that you take and you modify and you mount weapons on it so that you could protect convoys, because the enemy was attacking soft targets. They weren't going after infantry, they weren't going after mechanized infantry, because they could not contend with the United States military's power. So, in order to contend, they had to cut off their supplies, cut off their gas, cut off their food to starve out the powerful military machine. So, they started hitting soft targets. This guy from Ohio, this lieutenant that ran a trucking company in the reserves out of Ohio, he heard a story about Vietnam truckers arming their trucks and modifying them with like miniguns and 50 cals, dual 50 cals, stuff like that. And he's like, why can't we do something like that? Well, he did that a few months before I arrived in theater, and like a month into my service in theater, I got pulled to drive a gun truck, which I didn't know what it was. And 2 weeks into it, my training was, here's the keys to your Hummer, here's the map. This, you have to make your way back on your own, and you have to escort these trucks. So it was like, okay, I guess. And we learned from there, and then we got into contact with other gun truck units, and we learned we actually had the second deadliest job in the war, and we took the fight to the enemy as much as the actual military guys did, and we became like this band of brothers. You can look it up on YouTube. It's called Gun Truck Companies.
Yeah, I saw that movie. It was a Tom Hanks production.
Yeah, you can kiss my butt. No, that's it. You said you wanted to hear my story.
No, I said I wanted to know what a gun truck was.
No, you said you wanted to hear what comic book I was going to work on.
Oh yeah. Dino Riders, right?
No, the gun trucks one. That's one.
Oh, here's Alexander Babix. He's back, and he's over here singing the praises of Doomsday Clock. I don't know what's up with this guy.
Again, stop reading it. It's bad.
This guy loves Doomsday Clock.
Yeah, Malik, sort of like Mad Max, sort of like that. I guess I could see that. I've never read Doomsday Clock, Alexander, but I don't like any of the new DC stuff, so I doubt that I'd like it. I think the John and Sketch show could be a thing. I think the Sketch show could be a thing. I don't know if.
Why would you want to watch a show riddled with Dillard when you could get 100% Sketch all the time?
Exactly. See, even Dillard agrees. 100% of Dillards agree. We are.
Well, that show might be a bit.
I was
sketchy,
Army.
though.
Mallet. I was Army. And like I told you before, Mallet,
I'm gonna ignore what you said, right?
Air Force brothers that actually, because they were truck drivers, got put as gun truck operators. In fact, I think we lost a few of your people out there. We still celebrate them on Memorial Day. Stop shilling, dude. It's kind of cringe. Who, me? I don't even have the product out. How could I shill it? I was answering a question, but I guess.
Super cringe.
Yeah, I don't think that was.
But he's new, Joshua.
Not sure who that was.
Oh, at Alex. I was gonna say Josh is about to like put me in timeout because he just got a wrench, and I'm still wrenchless.
There we go.
The first one?
This Indian dude got some great
Were you
hair.
Enduring Freedom? Iraqi Freedom. OIF 2 and 3. That's what I served in. No, not Desert Storm. I'm not that old.
This geriatric old man from Desert Storm.
Who's from Desert Storm? Mallet?
Mallet was in the Korean War, this old bastard.
Is he the character from First Blood then?
Mm-hmm.
No, but I do. I'm gonna be like, I want to do different stories with it. Like, I'm gonna have a main story, but then I'm gonna do like, I used to like the stuff from Marvel where they would do like Punisher 2099 and stuff like that. And I want to bring in guest artists and guest writers. Dillard is actually one of the ones I wanted to ask. When I remember I asked you about probably months ago. You can't even remember that. that I asked you, I'd like for you to do some work. You said just DM me.
Mm-hmm. And
Yeah,
then you
that was
never
it.
did.
Yeah, because I haven't finished it. And one of the side stories was going to be like the 2099 and stuff like that. And I like the whole thing you were saying about Dino Riders. And I'm like, well, maybe we could do like gun trucks in prehistoric area.
You heard it, Rick. He heard about my Dino Riders idea and he tried to steal it now.
I did not try to steal it. It was already existing. You're stealing it from whoever made it from the cartoon.
You can't corner the market on people riding dinosaurs. They've been doing it since the beginning of man. I've seen statues depicting people riding
I told
dinosaurs.
you, they barely messaged us, hey, that they're gonna close down my shop again. I'm like, that's why I didn't go in. It's too damn cold. The Texans can't drive in the snow. Did it finally stop snowing? Yeah, I think it finally did.
It's not snowing here right now.
Oh,
so
we didn't get as much snow.
Texans can't drive in the snow. I thought Texans.
See, I'm telling you,
I
it
thought
wasn't my
Texans did
signal.
everything better.
It wasn't my signal.
Yeah, all of my exes live there.
Hit me up their names, John. I'll go look for them.
Mary Beth, Bobby Joe, Becky Sue.
You're just saying country hick names.
Marita, Maria Chiquita, Guadalupe the second.
Oh, she must be from the South.
Mm-hmm.
No, see, the thing about Texas that makes me laugh is that we have people like Billy Bob Martinez. You have like 6 foot something Mexicans that are country boys that can't speak Spanish, make me laugh. And then you have 6 foot something white country guys that can speak Spanish but with a country accent. We are a country unto our own.
I remember the first time I was in what city was I in? I forget.
Yeah, Rick, why aren't you showing any art? You're supposed to be working while we're entertaining your chat.
I thought I was
Sorry, John, I
showing
didn't mean to
art.
cut-
He is. He's drawing some fish man.
I'm coloring some fish, man.
Do the mermen come in baked, grilled, or deep fried?
Sure.
Too soon? Too soon?
Well, this
Hey, Eagle,
this
sure.
merman becomes he transforms, and he becomes the fish is the top half of his body, and the bottom half is just a naked regular man.
You could draw that one up pretty accurately, I bet, Dillard.
Oh yeah, I've done extensive study on the male physique.
Okay, it isn't showing for some reason on.
Keep it clean, Rhonda.
I don't know. I'm watching the YouTube right now on my phone, and it's showing.
Well, I
Yeah,
got,
I could see it now.
well, mine's a bit behind.
Ego Joshua has a wrench. Mallet's over here. Rick has lost his mind. Mallet is over here inciting stuff. I can't finish the rest of it because this is a family-friendly show.
He's inciting an insurrection.
Unless you're like Chuck Schumer, you incite other things.
Okay. So,
Unless you're Rick Piper and you have no insight.
Dang, Mallet, you got out right before. I actually have a family friend that served in Desert Storm. I come from a long line of friends and family that, well, I don't know about a long line. I know in my own family. I don't know my other family. But I have a lot of friends that served and family friends that served. Yeah, I don't see the artwork anymore. There it is. You're a smart guy? Well, that depends on who you're talking to. It's gone again.
yeah. Let's see.
Yeah, now Joshua's flexing the wrench. So what do you think, John? When are we going to do that powwow? All get together.
I would say sometime in the late spring or late summer.
Oh, how hot does it get where you're at in the midsummer? Yeah, because I passed through the Mojave Desert, dude, and I've been in Iraq and Kuwait when it's 140, and 118 in the Mojave did me more damage than 140 in the Middle East.
Yeah, it's
I don't know
it gets
how the hell
bad.
that happened.
It gets bad out here in the middle of the summer.
Yeah, I remember why they call it Death Valley now. Like we had the AC on full blast moving my friend from Texas to LA or to San Francisco. I was praying
It's
to get
difficult
past that desert.
to even breathe. You feel like every time
Yeah,
you breathe, like all the moisture is leaving your body and you're gonna die.
we stopped to sleep in Barstow because we were tired, and we went out to a bar that night to have a few drinks. And the bar was cold, but as soon as I opened the door to leave the bar, dude, it felt like I stuck my head in an oven.
Yeah.
I was like, good God. And this was like in June.
hmm Yeah, it gets pretty bad.
I was like, people live in this?
They by choice too. But no, it gets pretty god awful. But I would say late spring, late summer, early fall would be the best time because it's still warm. Don't get me wrong. Like a couple of days before Halloween,
Yeah.
you're still being threatened by like triple digit numbers. But it's not as bad usually because you can never time out the weather really.
Yeah.
Um,
I remember we stopped to get gas at, what is it, Palm Springs, I think, or something like that?
oh yeah, don't stop in Palm Springs. Just keep on driving with the AC. Huh?
And my friend is like, how are you not hurting in this heat? I'm like, no, this is more tolerable. This is like Iraq heat. I go, that Mojave Desert stuff? Yeah. Those are brave people. I wouldn't live there.
No, they're insane. The sun has baked their brains. I was out there. We were camping. My
Yeah,
brother
really.
my brother for some reason only loves going to the desert to go camping. And normally it's fine because he wants to go in the off season in the winter time, which is great. It's not that hot and the nights are nice and cold. I like the cold. But this time he wanted to go camping, and we were like, okay. And it was in this place called Slab City down there by the Salton Sea.
Hmm.
And the place is notorious for being an anomaly. It has no police. It has no government to speak of. People just go there to essentially be a bum, an artist bum, and you live there.
Is
There's,
that the one that has all the like Bible verses and crosses and stuff?
yes,
Oh, okay, I know
it has all
where you're
those
talking about.
concrete sculptures.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because if they find a hubcap on the street and you pour concrete and you put the hubcap on it, apparently it's art.
You Californians are weird.
hmm Like I said, the sun just did the number on their brain. And you can tell because they're balding from the top of their head down. And we were there at night, and we showed up at night. It was hot. Of course, it was hot. It was like 104 still in the middle of the night. And we got there. And we're like, okay, let's set up camp. So we kind of pulled away from everybody that we could see to a nice area, maybe about a good quarter mile away from anybody else.
Hmm.
And it was pitch black, in the middle of the desert, in the night, pitch black, no moon, and the it's an unincorporated bum town, so there's no lights. So we're there in the middle of the darkness, and then we hear like people running past. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we're like, oh Jesus, what the hell is that? So I get up and I pull out my gun, and I'm like, oh, okay. And it's me, my brother, and my sister. We're like, all right, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? So we're sitting there, and everything's pitch black, and then all of a sudden, you see this huge fireball just go up into the night, illuminating everything. You can kind of see what's happening for a couple of seconds, right? You can see where everybody's parked and all that. And this RV just got firebombed with the gas can. Apparently, these people are so crazy that if you come in there with something nice, not if you come in there to visit, but if you come in there to live, because you don't want to be adherent to any laws or whatever, and you come there to live with an actual RV, you are you're being disingenuous to the spirit of the place, and they don't like you there. and they burned this fool's RV to the ground.
Ooh, ouch.
They're crazy people, Rick.
Yeah, sounds like it for sure.
John, is this where you got the idea for that thing that goes on in the Buckler where he burns down their campsite?
No. That's a different experience. That actually did happen. What happened with the tree coming into the campsite, that actually happened to me when I was camping one time. I had camped next to some dead wood, the standing dead wood.
Mm.
It almost took out my cousin's, my cousin's kid. I don't know if you've met or you've seen my cousin Ray Escarcega. He's in the chat sometimes, but he's the legal guardian of his nephews. And the tree came in and fell and like embedded itself into the ground like inches from his head, dude.
Dang.
We're like, all right, it's time to pack up and leave.
Right. Roll them up.
Round them up and head out.
Funny thing is, like, I don't know what it is about him and trees. They hate him because we were picnicking at Fairmount Park in Riverside for Easter. We were having a big barbecue picnic. And he was sitting in a folding chair, and a humongous palm tree frond, because it was kind of windy, like fell out of the tree, and like he had just gotten out of the chair to get a soda out of the igloo, and his chair was like broken and impaled by that palm tree frond.
Well, it sounds like he's had a lot of close calls.
It's like he's a living embodiment of like Final Destination or something.
The Swamp Thing is after him.
Yeah.
I'd say God's really looking after him. Getting him to move just at the right time.
He must be.
So, Rick, what book is this you're working on?
Oh, this isn't for a book. I'm probably going to use this image for my one of these images for my website.
Why is your signature backwards?
Because my mom scanned it in upside down.
That's not how backwards works.
I'm gonna get some water. I'll be right back. Dillard, are you working on anything?
Oh yeah. I
Are you
don't
still
have time to
covering
just
that
sit here and
book?
talk and not work on something.
Really? That's usually most of your streams.
No. I am currently coloring. Let me see if I can share it with you. I'm coloring another page. How do I, let's see, Cross Comics, my entire screen, share now. Share. There we go. This is what I'm working on right now. No, it's not showing. Let me go to OBS and fix this.
I was gonna say, why don't you guys get together and start an art show once a week? Not like Drawn and Quarter, but just to showcase your guys' art. Like whoever is in this little crew of the Cult of Raven is invited. You know what I mean? That way, you guys can continue to work while everybody else just goofs off.
Yeah, I would say so.
I like that girl, the pose that she's.
Yeah, she's angry because she just got accosted by the buckler. Look at it, I'm gonna show you right here. But don't show nobody. Alright, so the buckler here, this guy, he's yelling at him. He's like, that's my partner you're talking about, mother effer. Right? Because this black dude's talking about, our campsite's ruined, but let's just take off. We can't do anything. Mm-hmm. We're getting hunted out here by this buckler fellow. What are we gonna do? And so this guy's like, he has a partner, right? That partner is that girl. She also works for the government, Canadian government, like him. What is going on? Oh, I'm still loading. My screen's still loading.
I'm gonna go visit Rick if they make him like that up in Canada.
Oh, they do.
I'm gonna have to sprucing up my French again.
Hey, there's no French, very little French where I'm from.
I know, but right next door to you there isn't.
Yeah, Quebec. Yeah.
And I love fishing in Quebec.
So this girl's like, she's telling him, and then it cuts to this scene with this girl, right? Because she's been tied up by the buckler. He has her in a cave. And she's like, what are you going to do? Like, rape me, you nasty pervert? And then so the buckler gets super offended, right? And he's like, you think that I give a rat's ass about you or your nasty little body? You got another thing coming. And so in order to prove his point, he rips open her shirt and then smacks the shit out of her. So she gets laid out. So then we move on to the next scene where these guys are on their way to go and rescue the girl. Which is the buckler's plan all along because he needs time more than anything else. So he has them on some fool's errand while he's going and doing his real business.
Yeah, see, the way you're writing him, the story I was going to pen to send to you, but I didn't bother, was him being hired by the Canadian government and like some lefty wing because he's Christian and he's conservative to kill the Canadian Shield. And the buckler saying something like, man, I would have done that for free, but the fact that I could get paid to do it is even better. That's just a bonus. And the whole story was just him figuring out a way to weaken the suit so he can get to the man underneath. Because the buckler's actually pretty savvy from the way I've seen you mention him.
It's not that he's savvy; he just uses common sense pretty quickly. Like he's not like a methodical planner. But
no, he's not. Have you ever seen the show Naruto? He's a lot like Naruto. You think that he's kind of dumb, but he thinks on his feet very well.
That's what he is. He's when it comes to being, getting stuff done in action, he can think on his feet really quick and pull out some clever things.
Yeah, that's one thing that the guy who created that series, Naruto, he does very well. If you look at any of the fighting that he does when he's supposedly fighting Shinobi, that's much more, much outclasses him by far.
I've only seen the first season of Naruto.
Yeah, he comes up with some like doozies to pull out a win. Like you almost think that he pulls it out of his ass, but no, he's really, really good at thinking on his feet. Sorry, I didn't mean to cuss, Rick.
Is Rick still here?
I don't know. I haven't seen him.
What was it?
I've been looking at your drawing.
Yeah, I'm still here.
All right. So now that I've shared mine, let me stop sharing, and let me go back to what Rick was doing. Let me pin it on Rick.
Let me go get some water. I'll be right back, guys.
No dice.
What do you mean no dice? You should still be here.
Yeah, you're here. I see you.
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to get the image back up. I have to do it in OBS, so it's not easy. Okay, and then that should be showing right now. There you go. You're showing.
Stupidness. King, my mom says lots of good fishing north of us. Joshua says nudity on Rick's Christian Minecraft server. Yeah, I'm actually writing him refacing with Darrow. Saying I'm not sure how this story ends.
Maybe I should sketch something.
So,
while you guys are talking, maybe I should sketch something.
I don't know. You got to ask Rick. This is his show, and he has about 1 minute till it normally ends. But there's been a lot of debacles today. I wonder if he's going to go over to make up for that.
He should. Remember, Rick.
Yeah, I already said it. I said I was going to go.
Doggone it. Do I even have any extra things?
2 miles.
Yeah, go 2 miles. There you go. Thank you, Rick, for finishing that. Doggone it. My stuff is such a mess.
Since you got to go the extra mile, right?
Exactly. Good job.
You're already required to go the mile, so you got to go.
No, if they ask you to go a mile, you go an extra mile.
Not me. They ask me to do
Actually,
something. I tell them
that
to go to
thing
hell.
in the Bible is
But we don't expect that from you, John. You're a heathen.
That's right.
actually, if you get down to that spot in the Bible, is more in back in biblical times or Jesus's time. The Romans had it where they could make anybody go a mile out of the
Yeah,
way.
no-
You could be going to one place.
Yeah.
They,
They
they
could.
had like mile markers. Or whatever.
Rick, everybody learned that in Sunday school. Calm down.
Yeah, that I remember that. They could get you to help them.
I didn't learn that in Sunday school. I learned that.
I didn't go to Sunday
Yeah.
school.
Yeah, you were forced to by the law.
I
The Roman
was
soldiers-
forced to by
they-
law go to Sunday
You
school.
weren't given an option.
The law of your parents whooping you if you didn't go to Sunday school. That's why, John.
No, they made me go to Sunday school because they didn't want to pay for childcare and they didn't like watching us. And Sunday
Sounds
school
like
was
great
free.
I only did communion. That was the furthest I went was communion.
Oh no, I did confirmation and everything.
Heathen.
I didn't have any of that.
You're not special, Rick. That's why. Doggone it. I got to move all this stuff just to scan something in. You know, this snow is really messing me up. I got to do some paperwork for
Yeah.
my kids'
I didn't grow up.
Social Security, and I still can't go to this doctor. Stupid.
Dude, we still have not gotten our kid's birth certificate. It's been over 2 months already.
What's the matter? They trying to? Nah, that's way too rude. I'm sorry. I don't know you that good. I was gonna go off and thought I was with my friends again.
But no, we had there was some issue with
You
the
are.
there was some issue when after she had given birth with the people that were coming to, because we got her social, right? It came in the mail, but I guess the paperwork that was filed with the social didn't go with it at the same time, and then it got lost apparently. So now she has no birth certificate.
Is that the real social or the one that you ordered from the dude under the bridge?
And no, that's the one that I stole off of my neighbor. Why would I buy a social when I could just steal one from a white person?
I don't know. My brother stole my social.
And your car tags?
No, those are expired. He wouldn't have been able to.
And then, so we're still waiting on that. We have to go and get like something signed by like one of the attending physicians or the attending nurses or whatever, so that we can send that in.
You're saying, according to the government, your child has not been born.
Correct. In a sense, she hasn't been born, even though she has a social security card and number, but she don't have a birth certificate.
The hell was that? Oh, my bad. It was my stupid scanner. Trying to scan your crab sketch and it made a noise. I never finished that little version of the buckler that I was doing too. The one that I told you I sketched this when you guys were on stream.
Yeah, nobody ever draws the buckler. They get intimidated.
That's a lot of chin, man.
I've drawn the buckler. I've drawn the buckler.
I mean, you drew Aquarius and then called it the buckler because you changed his outfit.
Not.
You know who drew the buckler? Elric. Elric drew the buckler. It's the best buckler you've ever seen. Let me go find it. I'm going to show it to you.
Really, King's Kid? Where is all that good fishing north of you? Because I love me some fishing, and I've never been ice fishing. And I don't know if you guys, Rick, do you guys go ice fishing up there?
Rick doesn't do anything except stream.
Well, there are people that do. There are people that do go ice fishing. I'm not really into fishing, but my dad is, and my grandfather was on my dad's side. They used to have a fishing.
Joshua
they used
says
to
there
go
was-
here, ice fishing.
Joshua said there was nudity on Rick's Clean Christian Minecraft server.
There was. But not
Were you sharing that with everybody?
Yeah.
Or were you just showing? Oh, okay.
All right, let me go find this.
Look at the size of those eyes, though.
I'm trying to find it. Hold on.
Wait.
It's tweets and replies.
Was that
media?
Was that Cartoon Carl? Or Cartoons Amateur? Do you follow him?
Yeah. Carl's
Dude,
Amateur
I
Hour?
love it. Yeah, I love his work, man. He's another one I definitely would love to have work on.
Did you see this?
Did I see what? What is that? Rick, were you cosplaying?
Yeah, I was cosplaying as
That
one of my
looks like
characters
Insecto.
for Halloween. Yeah, it is.
Is that Insecto?
It's
Yeah.
fantastic.
That it's better than whatever I've ever done, right? Which is nothing.
Where the hell is Elric's rendition of the buckler?
Where is you? Oh, Gunna, don't tell me I erased the drivers when I upgraded the damn computer.
You arrest the driver's shop.
And it was so long ago. Damn it.
Do I really sound like a bad Speedy Gonzalez imitation there, Rick?
No.
Because I know
No.
I do have some sort of an accent, but people have said you have like a weird accent. It's like Hispanic but country all at the same time. I'm like, I'm from South Texas, man.
I don't know.
I
You
can't fight it.
got one of them Rican accents.
Dude, those are fighting words. Don't ever call a Mexican a Puerto Rican.
This guy sounds like E. Ortiz.
Oh, that is messed up, man. I thought we were friends.
This is my
Up until
my
now.
Elmer
Now we're-
Fudd
now
drawing
we're
that
not.
got me banned off of Facebook.
You got banned off of Facebook.
Off
Don't
of
tread
the
on me.
no, it says don't. It says don't.
No, that was
Twed.
the
Twed,
group.
Twed, not tread. Twed. It got
That's
me
actually
banned off of that Facebook
really
group.
good.
How to draw comics.
Hey, I think I'm a member of that group. I should share some of your art and get banned too.
Yeah, you should. Oh, look at some Dino Writers right here.
Really? Who drew a man's junk in there? Don't go back to it.
That was me. That's in the Buckler graphic novel.
I love that show. That's the Diplodocus.
Diplodocus.
That's what it's called, man. At least in the show it is. Hey, when did you take a video of me on the slip and slide?
That was only a couple days ago.
I check my Twitter rarely. Unless I get tagged in something. That stupid train meme.
And this was back when I hadn't even finished the painting for the cover.
How big is that painting? That actually, I like that painting.
It's
And what-
18 by 24.
And why don't we have more Muttman on this channel? We need more Muttman.
Right?
I
Yeah,
absolutely
I'd
like
them to
really
come on,
like
but
their
we
comic.
were-
The Hero. I did have
Yeah.
some issues with some of the story, but it was still a damn good comic. Like, it's everything I came to expect from an indie comic, and that's what I think I told that to Macho Dano. Which both of them are cool as heck on Twitter.
Remember my fantastic Cyberfrog painting?
I never saw that. He looks like Kermit from Muppet Babies.
My baby.
My name is Kermit.
Yeah,
That was horrible.
that was your audition piece for
No, this was actually
doing
my
his,
audition
kids
piece.
version,
This one right here. Because EVS was like, "Oh, we're looking for somebody to do a kids book," and I was like, "Well, this is what I can do." And he was like,
You were
I
like
guess it's
Stuart.
gonna be Dillard then."
You were like, Stuart, look what I can do.
hmm
That's actually pretty good.
Well, thank you. And then I did these two, just kind of like this one, maybe more modern looking, and then this one, which is how I'm going to be doing my Fairmount Fables book.
Dude, you should work more in that style. That's a really cool style, and it's a style that gets timeless. You know, it's kind of like Pokemon.
You see, remember when Mallet made me my dice holder?
Mm.
That thing came out pretty sweet.
You know, the fact that you play that, I would never have called that you play RPGs like that, John.
Yeah, I didn't get into it until later in life. This was a centerpiece for my kid's birthday party for the table. It was a mermaid theme.
Nice.
Where is that Elric Hyuga? Rick, how do I look that up? Is there a way to look up?
I have no idea.
Oh, the Hero Forge.
I need about tree fitting.
Well, I was gonna suggest maybe go over to Elric's thing because he probably posted it.
Here's that miniature that I was painting of the mimic. That thing came out pretty good.
Because I don't know how much does Elric tweet is the question.
Loch Ness Monster, you stay away from my assurance.
See whether I can find it on Elric's.
Yeah, look for it on Elric's.
Yeah, I found it.
Damn it!
You were hoping that he wouldn't find it first?
I'm going through this timeline. I'm over here at March 19th of 2020. Ay, ay, ay.
July 16th of 2020. He posted it.
All right, let me go to Elric's then. Let's see. Let's go to open up a new Twitter. We'll go to Elric. Hyuga.
Why did you call him Sandrap? Rick, why Sandrap?
I forget. Well, I had the name.
Here it is. Look at this beautiful baby right here. Look at this buckler. This is like the only buckler fan art I ever got.
Hold on. Let me move some stuff around. Let me see. He looks like beautiful Joe.
He looks great. I love it.
He needs a bigger chin, though. Is this like when he was a teenager and his chin hadn't come in yet?
No, this is almost like an homage to the buckler sitting in that chair with his glass of whiskey drawing that I did.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of like that, except he's smoking a cigarette here.
Do I have? I know I've done the buckler.
I gotta scan both of those in and start doing the rendering on them.
Then there was a really cool piece that I think it was the Howl Comics did. And it was during a drawn and quartered. It's not really fan art because it was a drawn and quartered fan edition.
I didn't get to see that episode. I just caught the last end of it.
Oh yeah. Well, I did actually. I was on that one too.
Yeah, I remember you were on that.
Here's Junkyard Duns. Yeah, the Howl Comics did this one right here. This playing card looks dope. Look at this. And he got the chin just right.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The playing card with the shield on it. I like that one. I think that's the one I might have voted for that one. There might have been another one that I voted for.
Yeah,
I kept telling you should make a deck of cards, but we need more characters. Like Miss Maple could be the queen, and then you need a Jack character.
Yeah. Well, the biggest problem is money because doing a deck of cards does cost.
Yeah, I remember Dillard saying something like that. But yeah, it's still a damn good idea.
Because I've been looking into it recently myself.
What we had ought to do What we had ought to do is get enough people together so that we can make a trading card game. Now, I already had it set up. I have the whole mechanics set up. Chester Busby put together a set of rules that actually work. And, huh?
Yo no sé.
But he's set up this set of rules that actually works in a trading card game. It's pretty well balanced as well. And you would only need 11 characters and 8 terrain cards. And the rest could just be augmentations to the battling system.
Hey guys, I'll be right back. I gotta go get some food from the outside fridge so we can make a caldo.
I gotta make a run to the carniceria.
No, the carniceria is closed. Don't hate.
You gotta go to Stater Brothers and ask for Desmio.
Is my accent that bad, Dillard? Really?
Yep.
Damn. I mean, you called me a Rican. That's just cold.
It's so thick, the accent.
Dang, I can't say these things on Cross's channel. You're lucky.
Rick,
What?
if you had to choose 2 characters from your universe to be represented in the trading card game, which characters would they be?
Oh, probably just because everybody would expect them, the Canadian Shield, and then probably Insecto.
Rick, can I vote? I want the Lone Fireman and Detective of Color.
The Lone Fireman and Detective. Did I not scan like one buckler piece in it? Because I did. Okay. Ooh, I thought I did another buckler piece.
Okay, I'm back. Dillard, you can continue being racist and make fun of my accent.
Welcome back. I'm trying to go back to the DNQFE some odd weeks so we can find Rick's rendition of the Buckler. I think he just drew his own character, and then mine was also there.
Isn't it the one where the Buckler was getting beat up by the Shield up against the wall?
I think so.
Yeah, I've got that. I got that right here.
Yeah, he has that one on speed dial just so he can shove it in your face every chance that he gets.
What a SOB.
Yeah, but I do have another one. This one's like, I actually colored it too and used it on my webtoons. There, if you want to show mine, John.
Why is WordPad open? Doggone it.
There it is.
Which one's which? I have 2 versions of Sketchbook. Which one is the PC version? There we go. Let's insert something. No.
But yeah, there it is. The buckler piece. I did do the buckler earlier that week too, and then I don't think I scanned it. Either that or I didn't name it buckler.
What's wrong with his face, Rick? Why does the buckler's head look like his face looks like a Lego?
I don't know.
What did you do, Rick?
Well, I can show you what he should have done.
Where is... Doggone it. I haven't used Sketchbook Pro in such a long time. I don't remember how to insert my artwork into it.
Shield flattened his face. Josh,
Let me check for updates first. It's always a good idea. Okay. They used to have to just click the dang thing that had the camera on it.
There we go. All right, so I got a screenshot of Rick's drawing of the shield beating up the buckler. Here we go.
Oh, here it is.
Let's see now, if we were to make this opacity down a little bit, gotta get a pencil out here.
No.
Let's see, so if we had the head,
There we go. Doggone it, this thing is huge.
that's what she said.
Stop watching porno, sir.
So
we
had
know
the
no
head
woman
here.
told you that.
There's the head.
Got it. No.
If he's looking down
No,
here
it's-
like this.
It's too Boku.
All right, so the first thing you want to do is on the head, to the top of the head, to the chin, halfway through, we'd make the eyes here. So this is the first thing. Rick put the eyes way down here, where the nose should be.
Well, I was having him look down a little bit. I think.
No, don't save changes. Damn it.
Well, then you made the back of his head entirely too big if he's looking down.
Yeah.
So let's change that. And
You
have
should
him
be able to see
looking down.
more of that black stripe if it's the back of his head. If he's looking down. The black stripe should be about where his forehead's at, no?
There we go.
Open with. Where's open with?
Down here, we can start his eyes here. We have the black stripe coming down. Here.
There we go.
But
Why
then
couldn't
again,
you do that in the first place, you dumb program? I hate you, Rabbit. I gotta bust out the Wacom. Gotta dust it off. Thanks a lot, Rick.
You're welcome.
Doggone it, all that water. Now I gotta go to the restroom.
Ew.
Rick ruined John's character, so he's got to correct some mistakes. This Joshua. The shield flattened his face.
There. That's what it should look like right there. Just like that. And then it would be perfect. All right, now back to whatever Rick was drawing. Let's see. You're still showing this image.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, just so you know.
I'm pretty much done with Aquarius at the moment, I would say. I'm going to put some sort of background there. I'm going to take my signature and get it right as well.
Yeah. All right, I'll be right back, Rick. It's on you. Entertain your fans.
Are you leaving,
I'm
John?
gonna go to the restroom real quick.
Oh, okay.
Possibly.
Hey, has anybody
go change
back-
the kid?
Has anybody backed Tyler's book yet?
Not me. I just don't have money at the moment. Per usual.
Doggone it. Where is this thing? There we go. Oh, I took it off, didn't I? I took touch off. Ah. Dude, I have not worked in digital in years, so I haven't even worked art in years. So I'm trying to refamiliarize everything. No, that's not what I was asking. Talk on it. There's a quicker way to do this. Not lasso. Here we go.
Okay, there we go.
No.
There's my signature, the right way on the piece. Hey, Timothy. Hello, hello, hello. Sketchbook. Don't you think Rick should get a job?
Okay. Don't you think Rick should get a job? I think everybody should have a job. If you're not getting paid to do this, professionally or making a good living off of it, I definitely think you should have a job or at least a part-time job, especially because it gives you experience. And art is all about your vision of things. Writing or drawing, it's all about the way you see things. I even told my kid when he asked me about how I learned how to draw, and I told him it's about how you see things. You're just putting on paper how you see certain things.
Yeah.
Yes, I can see your chat. It said I was on Sketchbook Pro. That's why I wasn't reading the chat.
Yeah, I can see. I've tried getting a job. I've had jobs before. Unfortunately, right now it's even almost impossible to get a job.
I was answering the question, man. I'm not knocking on
you. Yeah, I know.
But if you took it personal, that's on you, not me.
Yeah, I did not take it personal. I'm just saying, even right now, with the mallet more.
I don't remember how to move the doggone thing I used to do. Let me see. Yeah, okay, let me turn it back on. Okay, it's on. If I'm talking to myself, it's because I can't.
Yeah, I know. You're trying to figure out stuff. Yeah. Who is that with Rick? It is Sketchbook. My Sketchbook.
Hello. Who's asking?
34.
Hello.
Timothy.
Hey, Tim.
And John's here too.
Creator of Marvin. John's here, but he's indisposed at the moment. He had too much coffee.
He's taking a bathroom break.
How?
He's going to be back momentarily.
Stop. I don't mind you. Okay. No.
I'm going to hide the answers to great secrets of life in Rick's work boots he'll never find. I don't have any work boots at the moment. I used to.
I guess that's about as big as I can get it. John's not in here to make some sick joke. Should we go? No, I'm not telling you to do that. Should we go Copic or colored pencils? I don't know.
Copic.
I never use Copic markers. Never use them. I'm good with colored pencils. I'm good with pastels, both oil and chalk pastels. I used to be good with acrylic, and I've never used oil paint. I want to learn how to use the oil paint. I think everybody that's getting into art should do traditional first, then go to digital. And yes, I am repeating some of the artists that I follow because all of them told me the same thing. Where is it is? I gave your sand wrap. His legs are too short because I ran out of paper. I hate when that happens.
Yeah. Would you have to fight the Nazis on the way to finding Rick's work boots, Indiana? Laugh out loud.
The stream seems very disjointed today. Sorry, that might be me. I'm going to hide the answers to the great secrets of life in Rick's work boots. You'll never find them. True, and I think John's tweeting from the toilet. Probably. Who's it?
John says whoever was correct. Mallet.
You could be a digital gigolo. Who, Mallet? Who's the digital gigolo?
You are.
Really? Why?
I don't know.
My accent? Which is funny. My accent's actually not that thick. I have family from Mexico that can speak English. That is a thick accent.
Well, I guess to some it would be thick, to some it wouldn't.
Well, yeah, I mean, to someone like you who doesn't like have Hispanic friends that aren't online, right? You don't have one Hispanic friends up north?
I've had some. I'm not sure whether there's so many right now. But well, actually, there was a girl I used to like that was Hispanic, but she did not have an accent at all.
Would there be traps on the way to finding Rick's work boots? Probably. Probably like Indiana Jones, but more than likely they were set by Dillard and not by Rick. Because he doesn't want you to find the plot.
You must choose wisely. He chose poorly. Who chose poorly? Timothy? The traps would include such things as an interesting live stream, your favorite night episode of Night Court is on, etc. Night Court is a good TV series. So everybody's gonna. I know that those lines from Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. I seen it in theaters. Did you, Timothy?
I did.
And if you did, were you old enough to know what you were watching?
No wonder that's not a brush, that's a damn marker.
No, I saw it on VHS, right? As I figured you did. or DVD. I didn't figure you saw it in theaters. Timothy. Heck, I even remember seeing the Pepsi commercials based on it on TV. Yes, Rick. We were all over. You were very old. Rick bragging about being an old man. The first one I saw was Temple of Doom. Oh, so you saw them out of order, too. Heck, I saw the first one in theaters, too. Raiders. Yeah, you did what? See them out of order? Imagine all the money Rick wasted on movies. He could have retired by now if he didn't waste his money on geek stuff. Maybe. Just gotta wait for John to actually get back from the
Le,
the
pou-
watch room.
Le Poupère.
Yeah.
Okay. You want to be erased then. That's what you. Now!
Now? Did you write something you didn't mean to?
Yeah.
Rick, if I offered you a job, would you? Depends on what it was.
Oh, duck on it.
And whether our countries would allow it, because who is that, Rick? That is a sketchbook, my sketchbook. Timothy.
I think you already told him. He might be asking about your drawing.
That one dude's value sounds familiar. I think he's talking about you. You said that before. Rick Dillard said, if I offered you a job, would you?
The only time I've been on stream was when Dillard did the closing of his buckler. I was on there for a little bit.
I thought you were on here once a long time ago.
No, this is the very first time I've been on your stream.
Uh-huh.
So, Rick, would you relocate to California if Dillard offered you a job?
depends on what the job was and how much it paid and all that. It's a very hard work, and I would yell at you a great deal, but you would make $100 US a day. That might be worth it because that'd be at least $2,000.
But then Rick would be the Canadian version of an immigrant, where he would send all his money back home, and eventually move back to Canada, living the high life. All his American money, and then hating on America, right?
Well, unfortunately, it wouldn't be that much extra, you know. There's only it's only what $125. That would be Canadian. 130. Take the job, Rick. It would be a sitcom in the making. No Canadians are way too niche. Nice. Well, $100 a day definitely does sound good, but again, it might depend on what it's doing. We would call it Dillard and the Fat Man. I'm fat, but I'm not sure whether I'm as big as the Fat Man from Jake and the Fat Man, Timothy. Rick and the Fat Man. And Dillard's definitely not that big either, Joshua. Dillard back?
You all right, Dillard?
All right, I'm back.
They're saying a sitcom, me and you, John. Either Rick and the Fat Man, Dillard and the Fat Man and Rick.
I mean, could we call it the Incredibly Handsome Man?
And Rick.
No, this would be the deal.
No, and Dillard, sorry. The Incredibly Handsome Man and Dillard. Sorry.
Now, this would be the deal. You would come down here. You would work essentially for $500 a week. You get 2 days off. And you'd be helping me build sheds and tiny houses and doing finishing work and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It has to be pretty fast paced because in order to get paid, in order for you to get paid and me to get paid, we'd have to do a pretty quick turnaround on these things, no more than 3 weeks per.
Yeah.
You would sleep in a tent or in the garage.
I'll take the garage, I think.
There's a lot of spiders in the garage.
I don't think you want the garage.
I don't know if you've ever been in a tent in Southern California. It's pretty nice. Also, it's a 13-man tent, so it's pretty roomy.
Oh, yeah. Well, maybe then. Maybe I might go for the tent, but still, you probably have, although the weather's not too bad, you still have to put up with a bit of all the weather.
Well, no, you'd be inside of a tent. Then there'd be carpet in the tent, also a couch and a bed.
Yeah. Enough room to set up maybe a small desk.
No desk, no streaming.
What, I couldn't stream on the weekends?
Nope. Unless you go to some sort of internet cafe.
You would deprive everybody of the rickshaw Rick on the.
He might be doing us a favor at this point.
This would be like a temporary thing, right? It would just be for you to help me get my business up and running. And then, after your, 6 months hiatus from, high noon and after dark, you would return because, again, you would be fed and housed for free.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't have to have an apartment or buy food.
I would return with like $6,000 American, approximately.
Or whatever you decided
No.
to not spend your money on.
Oh no, 2,000 per month times 6. Sorry, 12,000.
That's correct.
The only real question is, would they allow me to come over the border for that? Especially right now.
Why wouldn't they allow you to leave? I could see them not allowing you to come back, but why would they not allow you to leave?
Just because a lot of it, unless it's for business, although technically call that business or work, they won't allow you, and then even sometimes they still don't allow you. I think. And I'm not sure whether that's the Canadian government or the American government. It's just a lot of what I've been hearing, anyways.
But essentially, it's going to be a lot of work, Rick. It's going to be from sunup until about a half an hour after sundown.
Yeah.
And then you're going to have to put up with me making noise because even after you're off duty, I'll probably still be working and making a lot of noise, hammering and sawing and such. And we probably wouldn't get to hang out on the weekends because I'd still be working on it on the weekends. But that would be your day off.
Yeah, then I sneak into your little house and do the streaming.
He gets a day off.
He gets 2 days
Yeah.
off,
What are those?
right?
Yes, I have a passport ballot. I got a passport. I had to have a passport when I did my missions trips.
Also, you would only be able to take a shower once a day. And under supervision, because I don't want you exposing yourself to my young daughters.
Oh, I would never do that, John.
I don't know what your culture is in Canada over there.
I really need a pen display myself.
A pen display. Here's the thing that's actually bothering me and worrying me a lot. After I finish the Buckler and it's all shipped out and everything, I want to get a new computer set up. However, I don't want to get rid of my touchscreen laptop because this thing is very, very useful when it comes to navigating my Clip Studio and zooming in and panning and stuff like that.
It keeps, son of a mother, let's go. I'm getting tired here. Sorry. I'm talking to myself. I keep adding a layer on Sketchbook Pro and it keeps killing my layer. So I go back and I'm erasing the original sketch.
I'm telling you, Rick, you take 6 months off and then you come back with lots of money to do whatever you need to do.
Well, to buy a new camera and new equipment, hopefully.
Yeah, some new equipment. Be paying people to get the shield done and all that, too, or some comic books done.
Well, of course, minus the tithing that you would give to your church.
Yeah.
Why do you keep doing that? It keeps erasing the layer.
This guy's sketchbook is having a hard time, Rick.
Yeah. Sounds like it.
It sounds like he chose the wrong interface.
I don't know how to use Clip Studio. And I don't have it. Nor do I have $50 to drop on it.
Oh my goodness.
I'll lock that.
Yeah, Joshua Hughes is saying that you could pay off your business card debt.
Don't have a business card yet.
Oh, I got my business cards in the mail. That's good.
Yeah.
No,
Do I have them out here? No, I don't have them out here. You're still in the house.
Rick Timothy says Rick comes back to get revenge on the people who ruined his life. Rick renames himself Buckley.
There we go. That's much better.
What is it you're doing, Rick?
Just shrinking this down a little bit for what my name on there. Guess I didn't even want cancel. This is gonna be like the thumbnail. Well, maybe not. The little picture that I have above my character bios here.
Yeah, but you would have to actually bring your own pair of work boots.
He'd have to find them.
And you would also have to...
I think I'd have to buy a new pair actually, because I don't think I have any more
Rick,
steel-toe boots.
I do not give advances on pay.
So do you leave, Rick?
And you got to
And
be
if it doesn't
nimble too.
pan out,
'Cause
Rick-
I'm going to be sending you up on the roofs to do some nailing and screwing and stuff.
Because you're scared to go on the roof and all that.
That's right. I can't afford to die. I have kids.
Okay, I gotta redo that. That's some of the Well, he's got to make sure it's going to be a viable business first, Mallet. He's got to get done the one that he's doing. Right?
Mm-hmm.
You're not done with the she shed? I thought you were done with it.
Mm-mm. No.
And he's got to be able to make sure he can sell them.
What purpose do those things serve?
What purpose do
Other
they
than
serve? When it rains, you don't get rain on your head and shoulders.
A house does that too.
Yeah, but a lot of people in California can't afford a house.
That's very true. I forget where you live sometimes. My bad.
So what happens is they'll usually rent a garage or a room in a house or something like that.
I saw that when I moved my friend to San Francisco. People just renting out garage spaces.
Mm-hmm.
Like they were living in the storage sheds.
Yes, and that's exactly what these are. They are essentially storage sheds. Mallet, I would move to Wisconsin in a heartbeat because I love the cold and I love Mallet. But my wife wouldn't want to go because she has living family here. So what they are is they're rooms, right? They're built like sheds. The exterior is just like T111 siding. Built nice. It's insulated. And they're portable. So they don't have any kind of drywall. It's all just paneling on the inside because if you move it, it would crack, you know. So, but it's all insulated. It's very nice and cozy. It has a 30 amp port for electricity. So you could run a very small fridge or a very small air conditioner. Nothing more powerful than that, or else you would need to tie energy directly into the house, like a 50 amp. But or you could run it off a generator. But that's luxury because generators are gas sucks. They're just a waste of money. It's just like generators a luxury. Like if you're living off a generator, you're paying way too much in fuel. But you can have the option to hook it up to a generator directly. So it has outlets, has a couple of outlets. It has lights, light switches. The top has lighting. Has a porch light. Has a porch, and it's on a trailer. So you could hook it up to the back of a. You wouldn't even need like a hitch. You would just need like a trailer ball. You know, like a 3/4 inch ball, or 5/8, right on the back of your truck bed. Or you could even hook it up to like a car, because they're small enough and they weigh little enough that you could hook them up to like the back of like a Subaru or something. Mallet says, "Leave her there and we will travel the world together." Oh, you make it sound so tempting, Mallet. So essentially what this is for, because a lot of people are living with their parents, friends, that kind of thing, family. So what it would be essentially is it would be a spare bedroom, like a granny house.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, you got a son that just came out of prison. You don't want him in the house, or your son's already 21, but he can't afford to move out yet. So whatever, you put a little house back there. You put a little shed back there that's nice, and that's where they live. Now, what they do with it, that's none of my business. I'm essentially just selling them a very nice shed for storage.
Or whatever.
I mean, just because this tool shed that I'm selling you has like, wood floors and fixtures and a ceiling light and chandelier and light switches and a cabinet and a sink. It doesn't mean that you can live in it. I'm just saying this is what it is.
Yeah. No, I get you.
Yeah.
If you want to buy a piece of property up in Big Bear, California, and go and drop this thing off there, that's your business,
Hold on. I'll be right back, guys.
Certainly.
Joshua
You
says
got a
Linda
lot.
should make Rick live in a shed.
But yeah, you've got a lot of work to do till you're starting it as a business like that.
I got about 2 months left, yeah.
Well, that's putting it together and then seeing whether it is going to be as viable as a business.
Yeah, about 2 months. Maybe 1 month. Depends on how fast.
Amount says seems legit. Alright, well, probably as soon as Sketch gets back, I'll let everybody promote whatever they'd like to promote, and then probably end.
Sounds good, Rick.
Are you gonna be doing a stream right away or not?
Yep.
Cool.
The wind is picked up a little bit, so I'm definitely not going to be going outside to work on stuff. I really should install those windows so that I could work on the inside.
Yeah. Lag. Timothy. Yeah, it might it might conk out on us before then. Oh, it just went black. Oh, you're doing that.
I'm doing stuff.
You're doing stuff. Okay.
Well, what I would like everybody to know before we take off is that we still have the competition going. We are we have 4 entries already into the Buckler story competition, where you write a 3-page comic book story for the Buckler, and if I use your story in the Buckler Diaries, then you know, I will draw you for your IP or whatever a 3-page story of your choosing.
Yeah, I gotta finish that off today. I got like 2 to 3 panels to finish off.
Okay, I'm back.
So if that seems like something interesting to you, make sure to have those entries into me before March 1st.
Who's gonna backhand Rick?
Now, we're waiting
Are
for
you
you to
in
come
control?
back and backhand Rick.
I'm not gonna backhand Rick. That's your job.
I can't. I live too far. You're closer to him.
I live further from him than you do.
No, that's not true.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No, we're
sounded
waiting for you
better
to come
said.
back because Rick's done with his show. We're gonna wrap it up. So if you wanted to promote anything or say anything, now is the time.
No, I'm not promoting anything. My channel will be coming soon for a while. So, but thanks for having me on, Rick. I appreciate it.
Oh, no problem. Anytime. Dillard, anything you'd like to promote?
I already did.
Dillard, will you be streaming later on again? Or
Yes,
no?
I am.
Timothy asks, can you do it in storyboard form?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
I thought that's the way you wanted it done.
No, I wanted it in a script form.
Oh, so what did you
Because,
think of that little idea I had?
Which one? Oh, the one with the. Well, I don't know. Can you fit it on 3 pages?
I don't know. I think that's one of the reasons why I'm like, I don't know if I could do that.
You know, there's always other stories.
Mine might end in a cliffhanger.
Well, Mallet is not pleased with the stream. He's saying, "Thank God it's over."
Well, yeah, I've been trying because the stream has been kind of getting a little long in the tooth for the past half an hour.
Yeah. Okay, well, thanks for Dillard. Everybody coming and watching, for Dillard and for Sketchbook being on the panel, for Dillard hosting it for a bit. Oh, my mom saying I would need a working visa to go do that.
No, it's all under the table, Rick. I'm not going to be filling out any tax forms for you. God's sakes.
We do it the old school way. I
Yeah.
pay cash. You do the work. That's it.
I don't want to get no phone call 6 months from now talking about where are my W-2s.
Yeah.
I'll be like, who is this? Prank caller.
Anyways, and thanks everybody for sticking with us through the hardship of the stream today. Hopefully, I'll be back on tonight for After Dark, and there will be no problems there.
What are you going to do in the meantime to ensure there are no problems?
Not invite me back on.
I don't even know why I had the problems.
So why would you say there's not going to be no problems tonight?
I said hopefully. I didn't say there would be. I said hopefully there'd be.
I mean, your stream went down twice. It's obviously getting worse over the past couple of days.
Yeah. I don't know what it is, but I will probably see whether I can check anything out to see what the problem is. But I'm not sure whether it's on YouTube then, OBS, or what. StreamYards.
And maybe close down some of these Photoshop pages.
Yeah. Okay, well, I guess we'll see everybody later. So bye for now. God bless. Love you all. Have a great and
All right.
wonderful
God bless.
day.
Bye bye.